All right, enough sugarcoating. Day, I came to this mentorship because I wanted to learn something. I wanted to learn your session liquidity model. All right, I'm going to give it to you. All right, so the session liquidity model consists of a couple things. The main, most important one is obviously the sessions, right? So the session liquidity model consists of the New York session, Asia session, and London session. Cool. Now, you have to understand that each of these sessions has a time frame that they open, and it's very important. I am giving you all the times that I use on Central Standard Time. Right? So for New York session, it will open at 7 a.m. Dang, I thought the New York session opens at 8:30, whatever. We're trading gold. You have to understand this. We're trading gold. Pre-New York session, that pre-session, what do they even call it? Pre-open, pre-session open, whatever it is they call it, 7 a.m. Asia session is at 7 p.m., aka 19. And then London session is at 1 a.m. This is the backbone of the strategy. Okay? So you have to understand what times these open. When you have those open, you have to mark out each open on your chart. After you mark out the opens on your chart, it's simple. I need you to mark out the highs and lows of each session. This is crucial. The highs and lows of each session is very, very important when it comes to the session liquidity model. Let me show you all an example. So right now on gold, right, if we wanted to trade the strategy, let me just go replay back to 7 a.m. Oh, this is Friday. Actually, yeah, let's do Friday. Back to 7, right? We would mark out New York session open. This is what we're going to trade. 7, I usually use a vertical dotted line. If you want to copy it exactly, you don't really need to. But if you want to copy it exactly, I use a line, dotted, or whatever, no text. I don't know what you would copy, but dotted vertical line for 7. Then I draw another dotted vertical line for 1 a.m. And then I draw another dotted vertical line for Asia session, which is at 19. Guys, I use, look at it, UTC, -6, Chicago. That's what I use. That's the only one I use. All right? That is Central Standard Time for me. And then when I do that, I now mark out the highs. And for me, I have my stuff labeled because I'm very particular about what I see on my screen so it doesn't confuse me. London session high, boom. London session low, boom. Asia session high, boom. Guys, is this Asia session's low? No! That is not Asia session's low. Why is it not Asia session's low? Let's go to a lower time frame. The low of Asia session, which opened at 19, it has to be the lowest, the lowest point in Asia session. If Asia session opens here, that means the very lowest point in Asia session was right here. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is Asia session's low. And just like that, we have successfully marked out our session highs, session lows, session opens. And that is exactly what you would use to start trading. After you mark out that stuff, it's very important because this is what is going to tell a story. You should always be trading with these 4 lines on your screen. With these 4 lines on your screen, you'll be able to tell a story. Obviously, we talked about market structure. We're clearly bearish. Now I can start telling myself a story with something like this. Oh, I'm looking for this. Why? We're very bearish. You can start, I guess you could say predicting, but at the end of the day, we have to react. And all we simply do is wait for one of these levels to get blah, 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 get tapped, and continue to move on. Sounds pretty simple, right? Because it's a pretty simple strategy. But why did it take me 2 years? Still, after learning this strategy, why did it take me 2 years to become consistently profitable? Strategy is not the problem. But that's how you mark out the session highs. And that's how you mark out the session lows. And that's how you mark out the session opens. Remember, even if it's exactly on the line, even if it's a blue candle, this is still the low. Because if I go down to like a 1 minute time frame, for example, this is a low. Boom, low. This is during Asia session. Then we continue higher. Boom, that is the low of Asia session. But that's how you mark out your session highs and your session lows. And in the next video, I'm going to teach you how to use that to place a trade.